guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. If you are new here, my name is Phoebe Hagan. I am Phoebe Bikini Pro from the UK. And firstly, I want to say a huge thank you. What I'm saying thank you for is for the messages that I've had on my last vlog. So if you haven't watched my last vlog, obviously go and have a look at it, watch it, whatever. I pretty much literally titled it a messy month. And like, life can be a mess sometimes because honestly, I feel like the last month or two have been a bit of like me all over the place. I get so in my head when it comes to YouTube where it has to be perfect, and honestly I've really realized that like it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be professionally done, and like you just want to see stuff. Like that's literally it. So I'm gonna start to really try be on my shit a little bit more because I really want to be, and I want to try and show up for my YouTube fam more. It can be hard though sometimes, so I do appreciate it, and I'm gonna give you little updates before we kind of get into this vlog. Don't know what this vlog is going to entail. I've got a lot of meetings today about some really fun things. Had a meeting with B, my posing portal coach, yesterday, and obviously told her some really cool news that we've got going on, and that's a lot of fun. Like there's something that I've been working on for the posing portal to do for the last like year, and it's finally coming to life, and it's coming quick, so it's really exciting to kind of see all of that like escalate and stuff. And yesterday we filmed our first episode of the Say More podcast with Laura Lee. So if you don't know already, me and Laura Lee are starting a podcast called Say More. So I'll link that in the description below and stuff like that, but make sure you head over to our YouTube and subscribe, and then it's going to be on like the major channels like Spotify, Apple, Apple, iTunes and stuff like that. So we're gonna try and obviously keep that consistent. We're gonna try and upload every Monday at 9 AM EST, I think. So that's gonna be really fun. Like that's a new venture that we both said we wanted to kind of like get a platform where obviously we love YouTube and we love doing our own separate things, but I think it would be really good to have a platform where we can discuss a lot of things to do with bodybuilding, fitness, but also a lot of things that are nothing to do with bodybuilding and stuff as well. We're really excited for that, and the episode yesterday was an hour and a half. So we had a lot to say, and we're doing a lot like for it. We've kind of got the next episode lined up. We'll be filming this Sunday, which will be good. So if you have any topics specifically that you want us to obviously do, like comment down below as well. Very excited for new things coming on, and I feel like, you know, I think for me the beginning of the month was a little bit of a rocky start, even though the end of last year was such an amazing end to the year with obviously the Olympia and all that type of thing, and obviously getting invited to the Arnold's. But I feel like the beginning of this year felt very slow starting. So I feel like I'm only just starting to get into a lot of things moving forwards, business-wise and all that type of thing, and feeling like really good again, which is, I'm really happy with, if I'm honest. Updates on just like, in general, off-season stuff. Obviously, like I said in my last video before, we are currently in like a mini cut phase where we are trying to obviously lose a little bit of body fat, then kind of maintain, and then obviously go into a prep phase. So at the moment that's going well. I've lost around 2-ish kilos so far in the last like 2 weeks or so, which is pretty good, it's pretty standard. So I'm happy with how I'm like feeling and stuff. I think I got up to a weight where I wasn't going to the gym obviously as much because of the scooter injuries. So I think because I've just started to get back into the gym again, I'm starting to feel like a little bit like nicer in my body. I think because I wasn't moving, I wasn't doing a lot because of my knees, because of like what I was feeling like, I just felt like a blob, you know, like when you just feel like nah. That's why I was like, I need to make sure that, you know, when I'm doing all of this, I want to keep being active, keep moving, all that sort of thing. So I've got meetings all today. I edited the podcast this morning, and then I've got meetings all until probably like 6 this evening. It's now like almost 1 o'clock, and then I'm gonna train this evening, which I've really been enjoying doing evening sessions again. Like I really enjoy training in the evening, like when I'm on prep, but I've been doing it recently and I've enjoyed it more. So, and then yeah, going back to obviously how I'm feeling and stuff with the kind of like mini cup phase, really good. I went out this weekend, won't lie, and it was a lot of fun. I do get a cheat meal, off-plan meal included in this kind of like mini cup phase. It was nice to kind of like see the girls, see all my like friends and all that type of thing. I always like being social in an off season. I like doing things, especially with the country I'm in. I like to make sure that I'm not wasting my time, but not just doing nothing, you know, because I'm in a country that has so much to offer. I don't want to like miss out on that. So I think this week me and Max are going to go paddleboarding again, because I actually really enjoyed doing that on my birthday. And then we're going to go to a few events this week, like in Dubai, that are kind of like happening before it gets really hot, because it's about to be Dubai summer, I feel like, and it's going to get so hot, which is going to be awful, but it's fine, no worries. So those are current updates at the moment, if I'm honest. There's nothing else really going on at the moment, so I kind of keep you updated a little bit more when more things kind of get interesting, but at the moment things are pretty smooth sailing, which I'm really, really happy with. So obviously there's always ups and downs, like there's always going to be ups and downs with life, but in the end you have to kind of make sure that you just keep being consistent, you keep conquering them and keep moving forward from them. That's all you can do. Like I've said in my previous video before, I'm very much the type of person that if something goes wrong, I feel like shit for so long, and I'm so like down on myself and doubt myself a lot. But I've really realized in the last few weeks, like you can really pull through from it. Like even if you feel shit for no reason, or if you're just feeling shit in general, like you can pull through. Obviously you just get up, do your thing, keep being consistent, and you can kind of go from there. It's good, it's really, really good. So cheers to new beginnings and new starts and just feeling good in general. Let's do that again from the beginning, so the same with the walk-in. I'm happy with everything else. I like the way that you're doing, obviously, the hand on hip for that kind of shot before you go into your front pose as well. Good, that was better. Good, round, yes, good, that works. So that sway looks so much, you'll see the difference obviously in the video and stuff like that, and the difference between the two, so much better. Your bag.
Plug it on there, but like bump shuffles just like looks good.
Like the thing is as well, like the fact that you said that you call her like before and you're like, just to let you know I'm this way, like is it still cool, like whatever. Like one, I think that's super good because like obviously bombshell have, I say a reputation to uphold, but like sometimes, you know, the stage lean physique that we're in isn't always marketable for like normal everyday life. Do you know what I mean? So like I think that's so good that you even think of that to start off with. And an X amount of pounds up, like do you feel like less confident sometimes when you're heavier, or do you feel less confident when you're stage lean?
I feel less confidence when the clothes look bad on me for that specific thing. I think I've been very insecure at like one of the photo shoot, and it shows in my face.
I do not look the nicest right now, but we're gonna move forward from that. Okay, so a few updates. Since I last spoke to you, obviously we were on our mini cut phase for getting ready for the Olympia. We're now currently 25-ish weeks out. So the reason we're doing this mini cut kind of phase, because I think a lot of people kind of be like, why are you cutting now when the Olympia is not till like 25+ weeks, right? And I've always kind of enjoyed this process a little bit more when I'm going into it a little bit earlier, if that makes sense. So we're currently 25.5 weeks out. Before last year, we started getting ready at 26 weeks out. And this mini cut phase, we're obviously doing for around 2, 3, maximum 4 weeks, and then we're going to try and maintain things, keep things kind of the same for a few weeks, and then we'll kind of assess from there. So we just want to get ahead of the game. That's literally it. And if I'm honest, it's kind of just to get my mindset back into the way of prepping, getting ready, into a good routine of things and all that type of thing. So I enjoy doing things just a little bit earlier. But a few changes. We are increasing cardio just a little bit, so we're going 35 minutes 6 times a week versus before we were doing 30 minutes for 4 times a week. So now we're increasing things just a little bit more so we can obviously just see more progress and obviously see where my body's at and all that type of thing. I did get my bloods back the other day and they have improved since I last did them. So I was low in vitamin D, which is crazy because I live in a country that literally, like, the sun is like blaring my face right now. So I just started taking obviously more vitamin D, and also obviously got in the sun a lot more and stuff like that as well, and vitamin D is like shot up, which is really good. My T4 was a little bit low, which is kind of, I say normal, it's common for people in the bodybuilding world for their T3, T4 to be slightly lower when coming out of a competition prep. Now it's a lot higher. Now, since I did my bloods done in the end of February, so the end of February was like literally, that was like 2 weeks after I'd finished doing my Arnold's prep. Got them done now recently, literally a few days ago, and the results came back and T4 has improved a lot, which is really, really good. I think it's really important to make sure that we do go down the route of talking about getting bloods done and obviously making sure that your hormone health and just health in general is very optimal before even getting into a prep, before even starting anything like that. I think it's very important. I think those were the only major, iron was a little bit low. So my iron levels were lower. They weren't massively low, but they were a little lower than we thought they would be. Started having more red meat, had obviously some iron supplements and all that sort of thing, and iron's improved. So little things like this, it's important to make sure that you do take notice in. Like, we always want to try and make sure that we are looking after ourselves whilst we're doing this progress, if that makes sense. But, and that was pretty much it. So those are the changes that we're doing at the moment. 35 minutes of cardio, 6 times a week for probably the next week and a half, and then we'll probably start to bring it back down again. So we just want to get myself back into the swing of things, a little bit more ahead of the game, and that's literally it. So I'm excited for it because I've been watching obviously the pro shows that have been happening recently. Very exciting. Like, it just gets me very, very excited. And I did my check-ins this morning, and I'll put my front shot on the screen for you now. And I am really excited for my shape. I usually don't like the way massively I look in these poses at this weight, but this time round, and I'll put a comparison on the screen for you now of what I look like at this weight before versus what I look like now, and I can see the difference in terms of like my density and all that sort of thing coming out a lot more, which I'm very excited for. So it is 7:15 right now, and we're just about to go to cardio and have a sauna session. So let's go. We're back and we're nice and squeaky clean, so we're gonna get started on breakfast. Well, actually no, tell a lie. I'm not gonna have breakfast just yet. I'm gonna have my concoctions of drinks first. So firstly, coffee, and then secondly, we're gonna have vitamin C, iron, and glutamine. So that's a really random mix of drinks, but this is something that has really helped with my digestion and just things in general that obviously I need to improve. Like I said before, I need to make sure that my iron is better. My iron levels kind of like were a lot low, like very, very low last time I got tested. Now obviously they're increased, but this is obviously what I kind of done to increase them, which was red meat and obviously iron supplements. One other thing I put in my coffee is collagen. So collagen has always been so good for me, for my hair, my skin, my nails, even though my skin at the moment isn't the best on this side, but nails have like grown so nicely from them. So I always want to try and make sure that like things like that, like skin, nails, hair, all sorted out really nicely. So collagen, this is the brand I use. This is the brand. Not sponsored in any way, shape or form, but I've just been using it literally for years. Everyone always says that it's a really, really good supplement, and it is. I can vouch for that. So I really like it, and it actually helps with a little bit of joint support. I just literally just noticed that. I didn't realize it was joint support as well. So joint support as well, which is great. I like to use this, the 1000 milligram vitamin tablets, which they taste good. They're obviously good for your system, all that sort of thing. This one doesn't have like loads of extra like sugar, and they have sweetener in it, but not as much as like the others, which is good because some of these like vitamin C tablets like have so much other shit in them. So you want to try and make sure that if you do use kind of like the dissolving tablets, always try and make sure that there's not loads of added stuff in there as well. Final thing is kidney formula as well, making sure that kidneys, liver, everything internally is working well. This formula I started using a few weeks ago. It's Christopher's original formula, kidney formula. It doesn't taste of anything, literally doesn't taste of like any like supplements or anything like that, because sometimes it does and it's disgusting, but just 15 drops in my drink. I've been recording like 3 times in this exact same position, but we're gonna move forwards, and I've had like 3 outfit changes as well at the same time, but we've got a big old one. from iHerb. So if you're from Dubai, because I think a lot of people always ask me like, where can you get your supplements from? What's the cheapest option? Because obviously getting things shipped to Dubai isn't the cheapest. It's a little bit difficult, but iHerb, I mean, there's loads of pharmacies nowadays in Dubai, like literally loads, that sell a lot of things that you need in pharmacies. So like, you can get supplements very easy. It's just sometimes not that cheap, if that makes sense. So I would always recommend going on iHerb. iHerb's a very good place to get cheaper supplements for, because there's usually like a sale going on. So I ordered this 2 days ago and it said it was going to take about 2 weeks to get here, but it actually literally came in 2 days, which was great. So I am going to open it up. I can't actually remember what I got. Does anyone else do that? Like, you buy a load of stuff and then you literally like, what the fuck did I get? So I can't actually remember what I got. Yes, I remember. Okay. So I got some PE Science protein because I really like this flavor. I've had it before. Very good, very clean, really nice supplement. I usually have raw protein. They didn't have any in stock on iHerb. So then we've got some immune system support capsules, and then we've got multivitamins, fish oil tablets, and then more vitamin D like I was talking about this morning. So those are the kind of supplements that I just kind of got off the bat, and that literally cost me like probably like, it was on sale, so it was like that, all of that was probably about $100, which is pretty good for like all of that. So I very much highly recommend iHerb, very, very good. Also another recommendation is Just Life. Obviously, so many people, whoever lives in Dubai or obviously is from Dubai, Just Life is literally so good for so many different things, so many different reasons. But me and Max just got a massage from there, and it was a sports massage or deep tissue massage, and it was so good, like so good. So and it was very, very cheap. It was literally about $120 for the both of us for an hour. So really good. It was nice just to kind of like, especially I just trained legs today, so had a nice deep tissue massage. Very good, nice and cheap, because obviously out here, like, I think the main question everyone always asks is like, is Dubai cheap? Is it like good? Like all that type of thing. Like it is, it's what you make of it. Like it can be really expensive. Like you can go out and splash out and do so many things that are very expensive, but you can also do so many cheap things out here. Like there's so many things for offers, especially ladies. If you don't mind like going out and obviously doing like ladies days, all that type of thing, they have so many discounted things for ladies here, which is so funny. So you can make it so cheap here, like, and I always try and find deals here and stuff like that, because like I'm not, just because I live in a country that's very wealthy, it's not, I'm not gonna, you know, spend loads when I don't need to, if that makes sense. I love a sale. Like I'm always such a person for like, if there's a sale on, I'll go like crazy, you know, which actually I'll probably end up spending more on a sale than I would like one item anyway. So, but I'm not doing anything else really for the rest of the day apart from working. So I might end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps support my channel. If you are a pro, amateur, anyone in the bikini or wellness category and you're wanting to learn posing, please go to the link in the description box below and you can go and sign up to the posing portal. So many people signed up recently, so I want to say a massive thank you. Obviously it's competing like well into the competing season now, and it's only just getting started, which is super exciting. So, and be on the lookout because I will be doing more seminars hopefully very soon in August. Also, if you go onto the website, if you're from the UK, I am actually offering in-person posing on the 9th of June and 11th of June, so in Birmingham. So if you head down to the link below, that's also linked as well, so you can obviously have a look at those dates, times, all that type of thing. And make sure you subscribe to Say More Podcast because there's going to be a podcast every Monday, 9 AM EST. And I think that's all the advertising I need to do. Love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.